I just know it. A gay couple's going to come into my church and demand for me to do a gay ceremony, and if I don't do it, they're going to sue me for hate crimes and discrimination. Let's talk about it. Okay, there's lots of fear going on out there. You know how I feel about fear. Fear is future events appearing real. Fear is not a realistic emotion to base what's really going on around you. You know, when you go in to buy a new car, they want you to buy the car or someone's going to buy it out from under you right now, today, in an hour. Good. Bye. Let them have it. Scare tactics, fear. So what's the fear going on now? Is that pastors, the military is going to walk in with machine guns and force them to perform a gay marriage ceremony. If they don't, they're going to lose their license and be thrown in jail. Well, that may happen anyway. They may just throw you in jail, nothing to do with homosexuality at all. But the fact of the matter is, first, there's the First Amendment. And so they've got to get past the First Amendment. And that is the separation, or that is that we have the freedom of religion, to practice religion how we want to. So they can't walk into a church and force you to, do a gay ceremony. Sorry. So that I don't really know if that holds water now that gay marriage is in the amendment. It's according to what all that amendment contains. But I have a feeling that it's not. It doesn't say with the amendment pastors have to marry gay couples, because I know pastors that turn down heterosexual couples because they can see that it's not going to work out all the time. Heterosexual couples come in. In fact, that's one of the things that I do. They come in and they want to get married. I say, no. I'm not doing that marriage ceremony. You guys are a disaster. It's not going to work out. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of your money. Just go to the justices of peace. It's probably better that way. However, if you're really going to be all scare tactics on me, here's what you do. Are you ready? Write this down. You separate yourself from being a government agent as a pastor. You only do the religious ceremony. You have the courthouse deal with the signing documents that they're officially married. Heterosexual or homosexual, there you go. Separation of church and state. It's what they use on us all the time. Separation of church and state. Separation of church and state. When actually it was originally intended that they didn't want a state church. They didn't want the Catholic Church or the Episcopals or, Baptist or whatever to take over the government. And so, so now basically we have atheists and socialists or whatever. I don't know if that's really a religion, but anything ist is probably pretty bad. So there you go. There's my advice. First of all, there's the First Amendment protecting pastors from that. Pastors turn away people all the time. They don't sue them for discrimination. Just go find another pastor. And, because it's different with church than baking a gay cake. Because you're separation of church and state issue. Where I think there's some law where when it's something where you're doing a service, like baking a cake, that it's a common ground. So I'd probably be careful. Make sure I do it in have your services in a church. Don't not rent a building that's used for multiple things. That might be something that I would avoid. And if you are renting a building, try to buy it or do whatever you need to do to make some strategic moves. Or they possibly, maybe, could have an issue. If it's common ground kind of thing, and not instead of belongs to the church. You're renting instead of owning. And so you want to look into that. However, being concerned about homosexuals marching in and forcing you to marry them, or you losing your church or losing your ministry or whatever, where am I on that? Believing that's going to happen. This being, it's absolutely going to happen. They're going to put pressure on you and destroy your church. And this being probably not going to happen. I'm here. Okay? It's a much ado about nothing. Bottom line is most likely what's going to happen next year is there will be a conservative swing back. That's how our country does. We swing way left and then we swing back to moderation. We swing left and we swing back to moderation. Most people are not in favor of gay marriage in this country. If you watch the news, you would believe that's not true. But still, we're a pretty conservative country, even though we've moved left, a lot left over the years. We're still not a left country. We're more conservative, and so I'm ready for the conservative swing, and it does, and it moves moderate. Why do you think we always have a Democratic president and a Republican Congress, Senate, whatever? And then we'll have a Republican president and a Democratic Congress and Senate to offset each other. Because we don't want radical right, We don't want someone, basically, we don't want our prisons overfilled for every little thing. And then on the other side, we don't want a guy marrying his horse. Or the Mormons actually have an argument now. We don't want a man walking up and saying, I want to marry 10 women, and they all agree. We got to have some kind of civil order here. Anyway, let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye.